Good morning, cadets. I welcome you back for the computer science session. And today, will let us see the OTQ, that is objective type question answers on the chapter problem solving. As you know that the problem solving involved with algorithms, flowcharts, pseudocode, and how to write a solution for a given problem, the decomposition, how the problem can be divided into smaller units. These all things we have discussed in the problem solving methodology. Let us see some of the objective type questions on this chapter. Now let us see what is an algorithm. The options available are, okay, let me take one, this one, okay, pointer option, okay, highlighter. What is an algorithm? The options available are a set of steps to solve a problem, or a software that analyzes data, a hardware device that stores data, or all of these. One thing is sure, algorithm is not a hardware at all. The options available are A and B, a set of steps to solve a problem or software that analyzes data. It is basically, the answer is a set of steps to solve a problem. So, what we can have here, this is your answer. Okay. The next question, what is a pseudocode? Either a diagrammatic representation of set of instructions? No, that will be a flowchart actually. An algorithm written out in words, or a very specific programming language used by all computers, all of these. It is not a programming language, it is not a diagrammatic representation, it is an algorithm, okay, it is an algorithm written out in words. So, this will be your answer. Third question, which of the following would assign user input to a variable? So, this is basically in programming or in your mathematical expression we use equal to sign, that is one LHS equal to RHS. The value will be assigned from RHS to LHS. So, if at all you want to do the input, it should be RHS, it is to be assigned, right. So, your input should not be LHS, because whatever you are going to give the input, that will be assigned. So, my input equal to my variable is not correct, then input my variable is not correct, okay, and answer will be whatever you input that be stored in my variable. Therefore, answer is B. Now, what shape represent a decision in flowchart? A diamond, a rectangle, an oval, and none of these. So, if you have a clear idea about the symbols used to represent the flowcharts, oval, as you know, we use for start and stop, a rectangle for processing or computations, and diamond is the answer for this, right. Therefore, I will mark here, the answer will be a diamond. Okay. Let us move to the next question. What is decomposition? Options are breaking code down once it has been run, or breaking a program down into smaller, more manageable sections, breaking a problem into subroutines, or breaking a big data into small data. The appropriate answer is the B here, breaking a problem down into a smaller or more manageable sections. Which of the following are tools to design algorithms? Using variables and data, using inputs and outputs, using pseudocode and flowcharts, and or using functions and procedures. Okay. The designing algorithms, the tools used are pseudocode and flowchart. So, the answer will be what we have, C. The answer is using pseudocode and flowcharts. The next question, what is for the term decomposition, which is true, or what is true for the term decomposition? It uses computers to solve problems. It represents real world problems in a computer using variables and symbols, and removes the unnecessary elements from the problem. No, It is the process of breaking down a large problem into smaller sub problems, or it identifies the steps involved in solving a problem. The most appropriate answer will be C, that is, it is the process of breaking down a large problem into a smaller sub problems. Let us move to the question number 8. Here you see, if C is true, S1 is executed in both the flow charts, but S2 is executed in C. What he is saying is, if C is true, S1 is executed in both the flow charts, but S2 is executed in dash, 1 only or 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. Let us see what is this. Here, while C means if it is true, S1, okay, S1 is executed in here also, while C true here also. Okay, if it is false, S2, if it is false, S2. It is a question, S1 is executed in both the flow charts, but S2 is executed in, what will be the answer here? While it is true, means it is true means it will go to the true sides only. Okay, but even though if it moves to S1, it will come back here. You can see your flow chart here, here it will go in true, but in continuation it will continue here. So in S2 it will executed in 1, whereas you can see here, if it is found true, okay, it will come S1 and it will bypass S2, means it will not reach to S2. So answer will be, your answer will be 1 only. In S2 will execute in 1. Next, consider the following pseudocode and determine how many times the loop is iterated. Okay, this is the concept of loop, whether 4 times or 5 times or 6 times or 0 times. Let us see. Suppose I is a block here equal to 0, while I is not equal to 5, I equal to I plus 1. So when I is 0, it enters once, 1 enters, 2 enters, 3 enters, 4 enters, but when it becomes 5, it comes out. So you have to count from 0 to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be totally 5 times. Therefore, your answer will be B here. Right? Okay. Let us move to the 10th question here. Once again, if C is false, just before the loop in the following code, the control flows through. If C is false, just before the loop in the following code, the control flows. So as you know that if it is true, it will enter into the loop. If it is not true, it comes out of the loop. Therefore, first it will execute S1 and straight away S3. It will not go to S2 at all because C is false. If C is true, then it will go to S2. It is not true means only available option will be A. It will execute S1 and S3. Which of the following activities is algorithmic in nature? Okay. Assembling a bicycle, describe a bicycle, label the parts of a bicycle, explain how a bicycle works. So describing and explain is no question of that, no question. It is not an algorithmic. And labeling parts also. So assembling a bicycle is an activity of algorithmic activity called. Therefore, for question number 11, the answer will be A. Now, which of the following activities is not algorithmic in nature? Multiplying 2 numbers, draw a column, walk in the park, braid the hair. So what is the meaning here? Okay, multiply 2 numbers, draw a column, walk in the park, braid the hair. So multiplying 2 numbers is okay, fine. Drawing a column and walk in the park is an action. Okay, here we should be very careful to answer that. Let us see. So the 12th wala, it is D. 12th wala, it is D. Let us see that. What is the D here? Is braid the hair is the answer. Okay, this is not an algorithmic. in nature. The 13th question, the process of checking the correctness of an algorithm by checking the variables values and steps without actually running the program is called as no execution, dry run, dry output and dry test. Basically it is nothing but dry run. Without the computer, just you follow the steps whether the algorithm is giving a solution or not. Question number 14, the purpose of a trace table is that it is used to record the results from each step in the algorithm. It is used to record the image from the flowchart. It is used to store variable names. It is used to store the output, but the correct answer will be A. It is used to record the results from each step in an algorithm. Next, question number 15. Look at the algorithm below in the corresponding, this is called as a trace table. And whatever algorithm you will write, that will number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What will happen in 1, what will happen in 2, this is the tracing table. This helps you to understand the flow of logic. What value should E be? Whether 3, 8, 13 or 18. Let us see E. Where is your E? Number is 3, print number. Line number 1, number is 3, print number, output will be 3. For I from 1 to 3. Okay, when I is 1, what will happen? Number was 3, 3 plus 5, 8, okay. When I is 2, it is printing step number 5, 8. Then when it is 2, the old number was 8, 8 plus 5 it will be 13 and it will be printed, okay. When I is 4, okay, 13 it will print here. 3 is I, okay, E. Look at algorithm below the corresponding trace table. What value should be E? Step number 3, line number 3, E. Okay. When I is 1, when I is 2 and when I is 3, the value of E will be 3. The answer will be A, because we are repeating these steps when I is 1, when I is 2, when I is 3. That's all the answer. Question number 16. Look at the algorithm below in the corresponding trace table. What value would F be? Now let us see. Same logic, same program is given. You can see here at line number 1, number will be 3, then it will be printed, okay. Line number 3, now I will become 1, therefore 3 plus 5 it will be 8, 8 will be printed, I becomes 2, 8 plus 5 will be 13, 13 will be printed. Now 3, 13 plus 5 it will be 18 and 18 will be printed, right. Every time in every steps you can see 4 and 5. When 4 and 5 what will happen? Whatever the value you are getting, that will be printed in the next step. 8 is printed in the next step, 13 is printed in the next step, 18 is also printed in the next step. Therefore answer will be, will have answer D, okay, that is 18. Question number 17 now. What are the common factors for comparing the two algorithms doing the same work? With respect to space, with respect to time, with respect to programming language, or both A and B, or will have A, B and C. The answer will be, always your algorithms are preferred as best if it is taking less executor time with more efficiency. Therefore, your answer will be B, that is time. Now let us move to the fill in the blanks here. And means you are giving a hint here. Your word will start with what you can say OLs. Dash is a plan set of step-by-step instructions to solve a problem. Therefore, it is nothing but algorithm. Using dash, we can break down the problem into smaller parts, that is decomposition. Writing in dash is similar to writing the programming language, that is a pseudocode. Okay, it is called as pseudocode. Next, a dash is a diagram that represents a set of instructions, that is flow chart, and dash is a simple sequence of steps for completing a task. The moment n means it is algorithm. Algorithms can be represented in many ways, the most commonly used being dash and dash, that is flowcharts and pseudocodes. Testing an algorithm by viewing the impact of code on variables using pen and paper is called as dry run, that we already discussed, right. One more we have left here. This is algorithms are compared through their dash wise efficiency and dash wise efficiency, that is one is with respect to memory occupation, that is called as the space, and another one is time. So, that is how this will be. Here the answer will be space and time, and here it is a dry run that we have discussed. The table that stores the intermediate results of the code on a variable while doing a dry run is called dash table. It is called as a trace table. We are going to trace the answers. The dash is similar to a code, but it is not based on any programming language, that is your pseudocode. Okay. Your pseudocode is similar to like a code of a program, but it is not restricted to any one of the languages. That is what called the pseudocode is similar to a code, but it is based on any program. It is not based on any programming language. Now, the last part we will see the true or false, how many they are true, how many are false in this. First one, an algorithm is the step by step solution of a problem. It is true, definitely. While solving a problem, you start coding from the first step, absolutely true. What he says, while solving a problem, you start coding from the first step. Second, not necessarily we should start always from the first step. Okay. So, it is false. The third one, the decomposition is an additional task which may be avoided. False, you cannot avoid it. Okay. Decomposition necessary as larger problems are harder to code. It is true. Now, a flowchart is a graphical tool to represent an algorithm, 100% true. Then, a rectangle symbol in a flowchart represent process, correct. That is true. Sixth one. A diamond symbol in a flowchart represents a loop, it is wrong. It is basically used for decision. A diamond symbol in a flowchart represents a condition, that is correct. A testing and debugging is an optional step in problem solving. False, it is must. Then question number 10, a through analyzed problem is a better solution. It is also true. Dry run and trace table are the algorithmic verification tools. It is true. And trace table always yields correct output, not necessarily, because it is intermediate result it is storing. That is how would like to stop at this point of time now. Okay. We would like to continue in our next class. We will try to continue in our next class about this. Okay. And we will stop here. Have a nice day. Bye bye.